Hello friends! Today's art exploration lesson is inspired by our Be the Sky meditation, also posted today. The supplies that we're going to need for this project are paper or a canvas, tempera or acrylic paint, and your paintbrushes. Make sure that when you get your paintbrushes, you have a thick one and a thin one. And then whatever else you have, we will work with it. Have your water cup ready and paper towels. Are you ready? Let's be the sky. So you'll see in the lesson that was sent to you, I included some pictures of the cosmos. In our meditation, we talk about the dark, mysterious night sky. So hopefully we'll be able to convey that in our painting today. We're going to use a technique that I don't often use in my own painting, but I think it's kind of cool when we try this. We're going to apply the paint directly straight on our canvas. Now, I'm going to be mentioning a canvas because that's what I'm working on, but if you're using paper, just go ahead and treat your paper the same way I'm treating my canvas. So if you'll notice here, there's a lot of color blending in our pictures, in our cosmos pictures. So we have these really rich dark colors of black and purple fading into pinks and blues. And over here we have black into green and yellow and red. I love all the different colors in here. So we can really use our creativity. Use whatever you want. Go a little crazy in your art set, in your paints. Take whatever you think might work, might not work. Just have fun with it. Whatever you want, we're gonna just think dark and mysterious. Make sure you set aside some white paint and some black paint. We'll do something with that later. Here we go. So first, we're gonna take our dark paints. I'm gonna open up my blue and I'm gonna start putting it right straight on my canvas in blobs. This is not how I usually paint, so already it makes me kind of nervous. So I've got some blue blobs, and then I kind of liked this one, how there was green on here. So I'm going to put some green on here. And then some purple. Maybe I'll do this side more purple. And then I'm going to take some black. We can put a little bit of our white down in the bottom because we're going to be making some shapes in black down here, so they might stand out a little bit more if we have a little bit of a lighter color down here. But I'll show you what I mean when we get all mixed up with that. Okay, so we have this big mess of blobby paint here. We're going to take our biggest brush, our widest brush, which for me is this one, and start blending your paints together. So I'm going to just start on one side and mix my paints. When I get to another color, I'm just going to start blending them all together. Remember how we hold our paintbrush as well. We hold our paintbrush from the end so that the work is being done by the bristles. We hold it differently than when we're holding a pencil. Now look what's happening here. I love how the colors just sort of make this dark version of a rainbow. I'm not going to touch that white down there yet because I don't want to make these colors any lighter up towards the top. I'm going to come back over here, blend. Oops. Now, as I bring my paint down towards the lighter color, I'm going to just start blending that in as well. I don't want it to look too light down here. I want it just to be a little bit lighter. Maybe like the lights shining off of the earth, reflecting up into space. So there we go. So we have our base done, all right? Next, we're gonna add the stars. And if you can remember from our meditation, our stars all had feelings in our meditation. So we're gonna take a little bit of our white and put it on our plate. We need our white to be kind of wet, so a little bit wetter than normal. So I'm gonna put our white in here, and then I'm gonna grab some water and just scoop a little bit of the water into our white paint. We wanna get it kind of soupier than normal. See how it's really formed right now? I want it to be a little bit wetter. We want it to be able to splash. If you'll notice, I have some paper around my canvas. I'm going to stir this up so it's kind of soupy. Now, we talked about this last year in class. My older kids might remember when we talked about Whistler being a paint slinger. And when we talked about that, I can't tell you how many of my friends, their eyes just lit up going, ooh, this is going to be fun. Well, we're going to be doing this in the exact same way that he slung his paint. All right, so I'm going to take a little bit more water so it's nice and wet. All right, so see the consistency here? All right, now we'll get a nice big blob of wet white paint. And let's take our other brush and over the top of our canvas, just hit, 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 hit. And you have your stars. Now you can take, I have some stars on my face, and you can take your brush and you can make some of them shooting stars. Got some asteroids. Got some other galaxies in here. Could even put the moon in if you want. Then I'm going to take a skinnier brush And if you notice, we have these dark shapes that give a little bit of depth to our sky. Sort of like you're looking up through the trees. And you can leave it just like this. Or take some of your black. If you want, you could make a shadow of a spaceship on here. Or you could make the shadow of another planet over here. And you guys know me. You know how much I love my trees. So I'm just gonna put a few trees here. And then, when you're all finished, don't forget to sign it. There you go. I can't wait to see what you make, and enjoy your meditation tonight.